and gentlemen, welcome to the Android Gadgets LG G3 touchscreen LCD digitizer removal and repair guide. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and power off your phone before you do any repairs. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and remove that backdoor battery cover and remove your battery as well as SIM card and micro SD card if they are in there. So the front of the screen has never been repaired before. We like to use brand new items or items that have not been repaired just to show you what you're going to actually go through. We've obviously removed the back cover of this phone a few times, but that's not really what you're worried about. So go ahead and use your 00 Phillips screwdriver. We carry them at AndroidGadgets.com, and you're going to remove all these screws on the back of the phone. We're going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit here. Alright, you're going to notice that part just popped off right there. Your part's connected to your phone. Ours is a little older, so it kind of broke off, but that's actually connected to the top of the plastic that covers the top left, top right, and down the sides, but don't worry that ours popped off. Alright, with that plastic removed and the back screws all removed, now you're going to go ahead and disconnect a few flex cables in the back. We recommend using your finger or a black nylon spudger. We carry it on our website to disconnect these flex cables. These two right here connect your LCD and touchscreen. So go ahead and disconnect those two. And at the top, we're going to disconnect the front camera right there. We will disconnect also the rear camera right here, and after these have been disconnected, you should be able to remove your logic board or motherboard from the back housing of the phone. We like to sometimes remove the cameras and the ear speakers, but not necessary really. Alright. Alright, here I'm going to show you guys the two types of parts you can buy to repair the front. One would just be the LCD and digitizer assembly, which I just showed you there. And then the other would be the full front housing assembly. The full front housing assembly, you just need to move over that ear speaker, the front camera, the rear camera, and the vibrator. The vibrator is on the left hand side. You also need to remove over the little plastic grommets, put them on the top. So it just depends on what you prefer to use. And you also need to move over that audio jack. And then transfer over that black or that gray non-conductive tape and cover up your flex cables with it. So if you're using the full housing to make your phone look really brand new, if your sides are scratched up, then you need to transfer over all those parts. What we're actually going to be using today is just the LCD digitizer assembly. So I'm going to show you guys how to remove the front screen from your frame if you go that route. So we're going to use a heat gun. And if you have a heat gun with a temperature setting, we recommend about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. We always recommend going around the sides because that's really the only places the adhesive is at. So you're just going to go around the sides with the heat. And then you're going to use your ice-assemble tool and a playing card to kind of separate the glass from the back housing. Now, our LCD actually worked, so we're going to try and save this screen just because it isn't broken or anything, and we're going to re-adhere it to the phone. If your LCD works, we'll actually buy it back from you. So if your glass is broken but you can see everything on your screen, we will actually refurbish and replace the glass on front of it on our website. So just go to our website, go to LCD buybacks, and you can sell us your broken glass, if you can get it off without breaking the LCD obviously. And we refurbish it, keep the environment green. So anyhow, we're going to use our ice-assemble tool right here. Try and get in from the top. You don't want to be too rough, obviously, and you don't want to dig this in too deep because you could crack the LCD if it works. Now, if it doesn't work, you know what? Go to town. Have a blast. But if your LCD works and you want to recycle it, then go about as careful as we do here. So once I've got a little crease there, I'm going to go ahead and grab my playing card, and I'm going to try and break in a small hole or opening and just kind of slide my playing card in there. The reason we use a playing card to separate the LCD and digitizer from the frame is because there's no way a playing card will actually break the LCD. So this needs a little bit more heat. We're going to apply that heat, and hopefully now the playing card will get in there, and we just want to be able to slide it through and separate that whole assembly from the frame. I'm going to speed this up a little bit here. Alright, you can see me heating up the bottom now because the bottom isn't coming exactly loose, so I'm going to heat up the bottom a little bit. I'm going to try and, first of all, you want to remove that audio jack because it kind of gets in the way. But once that's removed, and that just comes right off, it's just stuck there with adhesive, you can go ahead and try and pull your screen after having used your playing card from the bottom, and it should come off just like this. So once that comes off, we're going to go ahead and cut or transition to our reinstallation guide for you guys, since we like to show the whole repair from start to end. Alright. Alright, so here's our reinstallation guide. So the first thing you want to do is use a black tape. We carry this pre-cut tape on our website. Unfortunately, we didn't have the G3 when we made this video, so we used a red tape. You can use either one. The black pre-cut tape actually has all the areas pre-cut out for you. It won't cover up the front camera or anything, but yeah, if we don't have that by the time this video is up, use the red tape. Just put it along the sides. Don't really put any around the back, because you know what? There's no adhesive on the back of the screen. Originally, it's really just around the top, the bottom, the sides. Make sure you cover up the sides properly, because if you don't, the LG G3 screen's backlight can actually shine through the sides. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab our bottom flex cables, and oh yeah, make sure you transfer over that little ear speaker grill from your original screen to this one, because if you don't, guess what? You're going to end up with a hole at the top. So go ahead and take those two cables and kind of slide them through the bottom. So we're going to do that right here. Alright, and once that's done, you can kind of go ahead and lay your entire screen down, put your motherboard in, put that back cover on. I guess we kind of preemptively put our logic board in and forgot to show that part, but the logic board is back in. The front camera, the rear camera are already reconnected. Once the logic board is in, go ahead and plug in the two bottom flex cables. That is going to make your touchscreen and LCD actually work. Make sure to put in your little audio jack, headphone jack in the bottom. This might take a little bit of wiggling to get in, because it is a very tight fit, but you should be able to get it in. And once those are all in, you can go ahead and put your little plastic back pieces back onto the housing of the phone. And of course, make sure all these flex cables are tight, they're solid, they're not loose or anything, because you don't want to have to take apart your phone and re-plug those in. Alright, we're going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit, because it's really just putting on the back little plastic covers and screwing all these screws back in. Alright, once those are in, go ahead and put in your SIM card and micro SD card if you had one. Go ahead and put your battery back in. and put the back cover back on. Once that's all done, you can go ahead and power up your LG G3 and you have completed your repair. If you need any tools, please visit us at injuredgadgets.com. Make sure to like our video, comment below, and like us on Facebook. Thank you guys. Visit us, injuredgadgets.com.